Hello, RPG Limit Break. Welcome to another match in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2020 Summer Tournament in the week of eliminations. Every match this week is an elimination match. Winner moves on, loser goes home. We have ArchfieldMonk versus Centroid41 duking it out. I am Smashy. With me in the commentary booth is High Spirits.
Good evening to you, Smashy. Yes, we have a winner-go-home matchup here. Unfortunately, week one, we had Centroid going down to Edge Stream, the 37-rank Centroid going down to Edge Stream, and the 15th ranked Archfield in round two fell to Tilo. So this brings us to their elimination match. Two losses in this double elimination tournament, and you are out.
So both players fighting for their tournament lives and fighting with rather low stats. Only 7 strength to start, so good enough for the slimes, the Drakey, maybe the ghost, but the HP is also pretty bad.
And the good news is they can repel away all those enemies if they don't want to.
Ooh. At least it repel. Like
yeah, you're never going to complain about repel, but the problem is when you start with repel, you don't really want it until you're level 15.
I'd rather have it like the mid levels. Like, okay, get this trash out of here.
Yep. And yes, so we'll be getting underway here shortly. Both characters have chosen an HP strength build, which means to start, they will have a lower strength and HP number than average, and a higher agility and MP, but around the level 10 mark, that swaps, and they get more of each. But here we go.
And King discussing some ball of light that we'll have to go get at some point by punching a Dragon Lord in the face with our sword. And
well, I mean, one of them is the Dragon Lord. Why would he want to find a ball of light?
The fighter's ring, so that strength is improved a little bit, 2 AP, and yield key.
Yep, the fighter's ring's a nice little help. I mean, it's gonna make like ghosts slightly more possible, but you're basically looking for Drakies or below. And I don't think they got a lot of options in the direction they're going to start.
Yeah, a bit of a zone thing. Wow! So a bit of the mechanics of this game, each monster group is split into zones, and Tantagel is in zone 0, which can only go up to the Scorpion that just beat down Centroid. However, there is nothing stopping Tantagel from being right on the zone boundary, and as you can see, Tantagel on the very north boundary of zone 0, so you take one step north, oh, you can go up to Wolves now.
Yeah, the zone boundaries that they were looking for seem to be in the wrong direction where the castle will let you go.
These wolves hurt more.
Ooh. That's usually a fairly good, fairly early on enemy because they don't hit hard. But now they do. You don't want that.
Yeah, Archfield did see a Drakey, so we do have something to kill at least. If you can find it.
Kind of to the northwest, so I'm wondering if that's where one of the zones ends, is like on that left side of the desert where he found it.
A bit of zone chicanery going on here. It's gonna be interesting to see what our runners do.
Yeah, you see Centroid trying to hug the right side there to see if that's where one of the zone boundaries are, but I'm guessing that the castle might be in either the northeast corner of that 15 by 15 square, or kind of close to it, because it seems like everything is either south or far to the left.
Druins with the sleep, and I think they have hurt as well. Oh, Centroid actually manages to get the encounter in the right spot and gets a slime, and then 2-step Drakey. So,
Centroid... oh yeah, it's on the north side of that zone, that castle. So the key is to get that bottom square.
It looks like Archfield's just making a break for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of swamp to get to where the rest of the zone is, but he's probably trying to go up far enough north to reach another zone to see if there's something better there.
There, maybe just try to poke out a quick town. Does look like you can get out a little bit further. There's a little path to the beyond. Yeah, Archer's just like, where was that Drakey?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
know. Yeah,
He's going to be able to kill.
This is a really weird setup. This is, as Beta put it in chat, this is a very trolly zone area.
Oh, and Archfield manages to finally find the Drakey right as Centroid hits level 2. What you got? Oh, well, we got our power.
Oh, well, that level wasn't important. We can do without that.
And we got more healing that we'll need for later on, especially since you are, in fact, swamp locked.
Yeah, they're gonna need to stick around here a little bit, gain a couple more levels before they even think about leaving. But that 23 strength is really good.
And how about 7 more on top of that? And sleep, so you can maybe put like a skeleton to sleep and hit it with your kung fu until it dies. These druids hurt, though.
Oh yeah, sleep is actually a very useful spell to have early on. Because it's very effective against the early enemies that you want to try to put to sleep. And now that they have 37 strength at level 3, after starting with 7, it's definitely better.
Centroid confirming, yes, there is a bunch of strength now.
Archfield is like, nice warlock. I wonder what it has. Oh, it has hurt more.
Yep, and then Centroid 2 level 4 with 3 more power, 2 agility, 9 health, and 2 magic. That health will help get out of the swamp and 2 heal more, so... I mean, they're certainly going to get at least level 5, because you have skeletons you can inflict some slept and wrecked on, but...
Yeah, with skeletons here and scorpions, that's not a bad. You even found wolves earlier. I mean, though this is perfectly fine to even stay to level 6. Get to 165 experience.
I don't think we saw any wolves. I noted wolves as the high end of Zone 1, but other than that, it looks like Archfield's going to try to break out into the world.
Yeah, he's going to be like, nope, we're not going out in the world. But we got level 5 coming up here for Centroid as he sleep locks a warlock and takes him out.
Oh, there's a cave up there. 6712, not too bad of a level.
Oh, and that makes you think that this is a split continent when you see that cave just hiding up there. Unless it kind of loops around to the right and up, but it's kind of hard to tell when you got a massive swamp in the way.
Yeah, a little bit hard to tell when you've only seen about 2 screens so far, and Centroid's managed to balloon to 139, getting close to level 6 now.
Yeah, level 5 you can't leave. Now with 28 hit points and 19 magic. You will burn all of your magic just trying to get past that beginning swamp. They might be forced to grind here to even like 7 before they're even allowed to leave.
Oh, the Druids are running away from Centroid.
Yeah, 46 strength is a lot for right now for level 5. That's actually really good at level 5.
Hello there, sir.
Well, where did he come from?
Apparently, not only is Tantagel on the extreme north boundary of Zone 0, it's quite far to the west.
Yeah, that bugger just kind of slipped in there, didn't he? Yeah.
I just love the surprise snowman. Archfield does manage to get level 4, so at least hanging in there somewhat.
Yeah, it took a little. They're level 2 at the same time, but he's definitely not getting the experience Centroid is.
So, Warlocks not only have hurt more, they just have Diet Wombo.
Warlocks are not nice. They're actually good casters, or at least magical.
Yeah, they are insanely rude. Skeleton's not rude. Archfield about to take one down.
Yeah, skeletons are great right now. You can almost always two-shot them, and a good chunk of experience.
And level 6 for Centroid. What you got?
You're staying around
it's
for a
very
level.
quite hurt more. The only thing that's going to hurt is the darkness.
I have a feeling that they're going to be stuck here till level 7 grinding.
Archfield does manage to find a metal scorpion for some experience. Yeah, but you're in danger. Hello, Demon Knight, and Archfield's just like, nope.
Yeah, to get a big swamp like that, you could walk through it. If he gets through it, he'll burn like just basically one full heal more to do it. But yeah, you don't have the hit points and the magic just aren't there to get out of a swamp block like this very easily. And it's not a terrible situation to stay there till level 7, considering you can get, skeleton kills all the time.
Well, it does look like Centroid has made the swamp walk and is going to poke out into the world. Sackett, the Seawolf had a power outage. Evidently, a storm hit their area and took out the power.
Yeah, there's a hurricane going on the East Coast right now, so there's a lot of people affected. We might even have to cancel another race tomorrow too, if it keeps up.
Archfield is up to level 6, but did not have much luck against that Warlock. Centroid in a cave. Looks like
Swamp North.
Swamp North.
To walk through the cave or not? Stop and think about that one for a second.
And Centroid is electing to walk.
I think Archfield is tired of staying around home either. He's time to moving out of the house now, getting on his own.
Okay, so we've seen the Droll, the Wyvern so far in Swamp.
With a lucky sleep lock, Wyvern is almost doable.
Yeah, except it wakes up, Centroid's just going to die horribly.
Yeah, I mean, you can survive a hit. Hey, you end up in another swamp. Look at that.
Is this even randomized? I mean, you wind up in a swamp and the green dragon breathes normal fire. Is this even randomized?
The dragon is supposed to be in the swamp, okay? To be fair, he went out for a walk, and you just happened to come across his pet path. What can I say?
I mean, there are green dragons in the overworld in vanilla, so, I mean, they're not even close to Swamp Cave, but still.
Well, it looks like for sure Archfield is staying around to level. I don't know if Centroid is yet. He kind of only took a couple of steps and died.
That happens sometimes. You just go out and then from out of nowhere, Warlock just RKOs you.
You hate when that just comes out of nowhere. You never see it coming. But you know it's coming, although you never see it coming. So 337 will be level 7. Centroid might get to it first. I'm not sure because Archfield is just grinding, so he probably... Oops, miscounted.
Need a little bit more HP for that.
Yeah, I think like in a situation like this, when you're getting close to level 7, it's probably best to just take that level and then try to go across the swamp.
Well, it helps when you crit stuff in the face.
Well, yeah, critting is always a nice thing. Unless you crit something and it doesn't die and then it kills you the next hit.
So, looking at the geography, that is an awful lot of not going east for that swamp and next to Swamp Cave.
Yeah, looking at the way the land is laid out, first off, this is a very small island because you have to go through the swamp cave to do anything. And second, with the smooth right side, it's starting to look like they are on the east coast somewhere. But this is practically a deserted island. No wonder the king rose up on this island, because there was no one there to rule over them.
025 for level 7. We did get a spell, and it's Erdrick's Bazooka.
Oh man, see, waiting for that level 7. There it is, bam! Now he's going to die in the swamp because he didn't heal. But he probably wanted to die because he needed a refill on magic.
Which is unfortunately still 25, and then you have to heal more out of the swamp.
Yeah, so you're not getting many blasts with it, but, you know, considering the layout of this spot, ArchfieldMonk doesn't know about it, but Centroid does. I wonder if it's worth just going to the trap tile and swamp and see what's there. Because if it's an Axe Knight, you blast 1 or 2 of them for quick experience.
It looks like Centroid's going that way.
Yeah. And Archfield Demon Knight would sleep.
Centroid was just navigating out of the Swamp Cave.
Yeah, there was a Demon Knight in that mysterious zone that Stone Man was hanging out in. That has sleep. That's not very nice right now.
Anyway, Centroid trying to figure out what's going on here. What's going on is that Druid Lords also hurt more.
There's a lot of sleep and hurt more already, isn't there?
Archfield did figure out is that there's a little peninsula of power up there just north of the swamp, so... And it does have Druid Lords. If he can get the drop on them, he can just blast them first, so... Could be an interesting strategy.
31 agility, they're not going to always let you go first. And if they get the quick draw, you're dead, because 36 health is a very high chance to die to a hurt more.
And Centroid discovers the Demon Knight. And discovers that, yeah, that's not a lot of damage. Oh,
Yeah,
Demon Knight outright combo.
Oh, yeah, they got the Wombo combo. They got the Dragon Lord Red. Look at that.
Which is kind of terrifying because they have about a 25% chance to evade your attacks and are not immune to hurt more.
Yep, and Archfield is going for the trap tile because I saw the direction he was walking. So we're going to hopefully know what the trap tile is if he gets there. He might burn all of his magic on these other enemies first.
Well, we see the Wraith and the Spectre, so...
Yeah, they're not terrible, but...
This swamp zone is looking pretty tame. Oh, that's a red dragon.
And the trap is... Ew! With sleep on the red dragon. Nice! Now, if there's one thing that you could take from that, one positive thing that you could take from that red dragon, is it only hit him with 15 defense for 29 damage. So that's a positive, I think. We should start with the positives, build from a good positive, and then go from there. Now, to be fair, there was 3 of us that had a hand in making this seed. So I am 1/5 responsible for this.
And Archfield getting run blocked by a monk. I mean, not a warlock. Where'd monk come from? It's the second part of his name. That's where it came from.
Only 1/5, Angel, okay? The other 4/5 was all them.
So it does look like Archfield's going to use this little peninsula of power he found. Could go over to that. Could go over to the desert and try it. Ooh, Wolf Lords. This is actually for the level.
Yeah, this is a nice little spot to grind in now because he's going to hit level 8 and hopefully actually get some stats.
Well, he didn't get any strength.
Well, he didn't get much stats, period.
Yeah.
Stats? He didn't even bother looking at his spell. He's like, I don't care. It's not going to help me out.
Well, if it's conventional heal, that's more efficient right now than heal more, so that'd be nice for getting out into the world.
Well, unfortunately, it's not. It's Yawn, the return spell.
Yeah, not exactly going to be returning very far at the moment.
So these stats are glorious, huh? These are the kind of stats. Well, like 49 strength at level 8, that's acceptable. You could take that. You could be happy with that.
Yeah, it's starting to...
The rest of them, though,
We got that hype 23 strength at level 2, and it's just like,
and then we got a level 7 hurt more. I mean, that's not bad. That's acceptable. But when there's nothing to hurt more that doesn't require burning half your magic to get there.
Well, Archfield's found this zone. Archfield doing some little zone tricks that Centroid was doing earlier. You just punch down the Scorpion, the Droll, and then if the Wolf Lord or the Druin Lord shows up, you blast them, and not too bad.
Yeah, at this level, those are pretty good enemies to go for. And Centroid got to level 8, but he doesn't quite know about that zone up there, and he's staying down here to farm. I think he's getting tired of walking through that swamp with nothing.
Yeah, Brian Williams makes a good point. There is, in fact, another sneaky little zone in the top left of this island.
Yeah, this is not a very good starting map for a race. Well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. This is an amazing starting map for a race. But for us, not for the runners.
Ooh, Centroid going for the desert and finds a green dragon who promptly chomps.
Yeah, he went up to that sneaky little zone that was brought up and found a high-level enemy, but he missed the 1 and 8. Or he got the 1 and 8, I should say, and missed.
It looks like Archfield's going to try to poke out now into the world beyond.
Good news! He's not going to find a whole lot. Wait, that's bad news. So
well,
yeah,
I imagine
go ahead.
Straight through the swamp, and then we'll see what he does from there. Centroid's still grinding.
Yeah, he's gonna. I think he's just gonna go for level 9. Not even gonna mess around anymore.
Oh, and Poltergeist roaming out the swamp zone. Swamp zone and, by extension, Top of Grave, pretty tame.
Yeah, it doesn't look like too much in there to worry about, as long as you stay away from this princess.
Yep, red sign. Oh! Hold on, that looks a little bit familiar. Hello, Cave.
They literally took you across the swamp to the north. Which probably tells us that the castle is on the southeast corner of the map. Which, by the way, also makes sense while ArchfieldMonk is running into a Wolf Lord now and Centroid's running into a Green Dragon, because the two zones just go right through the little river there.
Archfield has found what looks to be the mountain cave. And Centroid, unfortunately, not able to deal with that Green Dragon, failed to one-shot with the Hurt More.
Yeah, and we know the top of the mountain cave is going to be nice and easy because it's the same. It shares the same enemy set as the swamp cave, so we know there's really nothing for him to worry about on the first floor. And
right here are the wings. Not exactly what he was hoping for, but here we go. 4 chests down here, new monster zone. It's going to try to get to this chest that's right next to the stairs first, and shall get the herb.
So far, it looks like Tentagel's garbage heap from across the water.
Yeah, it does find some gold. And a key!
And a key. Okay, that's important, because now he's got the gold also to buy more keys. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to set up a gold grind, because who knows where the first town is.
Level 9's here at least. Druid Lord able to do it. Let's see what it's got. 3 power, 3 agility, 13 health, 8 magic.
I mean, that's at least an acceptable level. It got to the heart of what they really need right now, which is health and another heal more.
And Archfield's gonna make sure to clear this mountain cave using the herb.
Yeah, it seems like overall it's pretty tame. Just the Druid Lord, which we know has hurt more, seems to be the only thing in here that might be terrifying if you get back attacked.
But it looks like Archfield's going to get to this final chest, and it will be another herb. So, key item-wise, the harp, the stones, the token, the things we need for the rainbow drop, nope. Erdrick stuff, nope. Key, yes.
Yes, but key unlocks 4 chests and another cave. So the question is there anything going to be good here, or is it back to the grind?
Yeah, and early keys are always nice because that means when you finally run across stuff like Garenham, Garen's Grave, Cantlin, you're not leaving stuff behind. Because, I don't have keys.
It's funny that you say that, because you say that it's early on, but we're 24 minutes into a seed where they really haven't left the starting castle yet. It's just you can see it across the river is all.
Well, if they haven't gotten too far, then, well, yeah, it is pretty early on in the exploration.
So he's going to open up and find a Harp Knight, which is a wings. Or is that herbs? Yeah, it's wings. That's kind of a small glitch that he activated that we can get to in a second as we go through and find a cursed belt. A cursed bell.
2 belts.
Hey, there is a gold grind if they need to do it.
So 2 cursed belts means 2 of the 3 search spots, which are Coal, Hogsness, and a random spot in the overworld, as told by the old man in Cantlin. 2 of those spots we know are occupied.
Yep, and you'll notice that he's opening this chest infinitely. Well, this is known as the chest glitch in the game, or chest oversight, you could call it. Basically, the way this game works with chests is every time you open a chest, it holds a spot in memory for 8 items. That's all it can hold. And every time a chest goes into that one of those spots, the game tells you, remove the chest from the game. But there's a small oversight, and the problem is if it only resets that stack of 8 if you go outside into the real world. So if you never go outside, like dying inside a cave after opening several chests, like ArchfieldMonk does, then what happens is you fill up that stack filled with 8 chests, that part of memory, and then when you try to open the 9th chest, since it doesn't go inside it, the game doesn't tell you to remove the chest, and you can open it as many times as you want.
In the meantime, Centroid actually discovered that the poltergeists have the normal breath and failed to hit with one of his attacks and died horribly.
They're eating a lot of spicy food. And they're tired after eating all that spicy food because they're all casting sleep.
Centroid, a red slime from the level.
Yeah, so Begin New is slightly not as disappointing at level 9. But yeah, so there is a gold grind. I noticed Archfield picked up a little bit of money there. I'm guessing he's hoping that he's going to get out of here and find a town and maybe get, I don't know, a sword or magic armor or something.
Yeah, magic
joke's on them. We never put a town in this map. Wait.
Yeah, magic armor would be pretty nice right now. Hello, Red Dragon.
Oh, Red Dragons have sleep and Dragon Lord breath. Oh, no.
Well, this just became really horrifying.
Now you start to cry when you realize that the Red Dragons have a wombo combo.
That princess is well guarded.
Yeah, and unless the coordinates are right next to the castle, well, they could probably count any set of coordinates because they could just go to the north side of the continent, see where it goes into the next continent, and count from there. So was it Centroid that saw that they had sleep and Archfield that they had Dragon Lord breath? I don't think they both have all the information yet.
I think it was Archfield that. No, I think it was Centroid that checked the spike and discovered sleep.
Yeah, so they don't both know the entire story yet. Just the first chapter. Yeah, and NYC or Frisco Steve brought up a fun part. The best thing about this seed is red dragons are blocking progress to literally everything.
Don't you just love the Fun Police roadblock? Because I don't.
Especially with Wombo Combo and 40 agility, that's the worst thing that you ever want to see. I can't think of anything worse than that.
Oh, Archfield's just gonna get run blocked. Going to fail 2 coin flips against the blue dragon and take a death.
I think this is one of those seeds after you see something like that where you go, I'm going to grind in this starting area up here a little bit longer. And unlike ArchfieldMonk goes up north. Is that probably what he's going to do? Yeah, he's on the same page as the same thought I am. The problem is there's blue dragons up here too, and hitting him with you got to hit him with basically 2 hurt mores, and it's a coin flip if you're gonna hit him.
Yep, and missed. Dart's announcing we'll have to wait for a later time.
Ooh, Centroid. I don't know either. Maybe he didn't check this trap tile because he's going to the red dragon. Either he forgot or he didn't check, but they're asleep. Can we get the Wombo? Still waiting for the Wombo combo? Oh, he didn't do it. I'm guessing Dragon Lord Breath for the red dragon isn't very high. I think that's actually worse than anything else, because then you're giving yourself false hope that you run into a red dragon in Sharlock and you're like, okay, it only has like a 25% chance of Dragon Lord Breath. I can escape. Just keep trying. Keep trying. You get all that false hope and then suddenly, bam, nails you. Yeah, it depends really what stop spell is and what their stop spell resist is on red dragons. Because that could be a totally a thing. That could be something that's important too. If you're dealing with a very resistant stop spell resist on, or stop spell resist on the red dragon, yeah, that's not going to be any fun. So Archfield makes a quick run to the left to get away from the red dragon zone, hopefully. And maybe actually... Oh, finds a town! And we get the most exciting town in Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Look at that fine selection of garbage, trash. You know how this is the most exciting town in all of Randomizer? Because, as Angel and CD were nice enough to put it, no one even wastes the time to spell the name of the town. That's how important and exciting Brecconary is. No one even says its full name.
Breck. Yeah, I get hijacked for a little bit, and I come back, and it's just Brecconary.
Yeah, you do, and the best that was in there was Full Plate.
Full Plate would have been nice. Half Plate's also decent, and Centroid is into Mountain Cave, so unless this, well, that Druid Lord's going to have nothing to say about it, but
Time for metal slime farming.
Not sure if that was the classic, but... Oh, hello, Warlock. Goodbye, Warlock. We don't want to see you ever.
So yeah, Archfield basically went left after going through the swamp cave, and got over here without a red dragon. And Centroid is now diving the mountain cave, which he'll get his key and gold,
And Archfield
be very disappointed.
Archfield manages to get blown up by a green dragon because the first hurt more missed.
Yeah, 52 health is not very great against high level enemies. Because if you miss one time, you're dead.
Centroid is going to take a net. Nice little death warp there for Centroid, going to be able to utilize the key to go buy more keys and just be happy about life.
Yeah, and find a lot of disappointment. Because the jerk cave was in the back. The poor old man, locked behind a door, just waiting to give away the item to the legendary hero, while everyone calls him a jerk. You know, for 35 minutes into a seed, those are some pretty empty trackers. Don't you agree?
Yep. Unfortunately, Tangential Treasury and Mountain Cave not paying out in the key item department.
Oh wow, you can actually see the cave from like one left of the swamp cave, the town, Breckenary town. I mean, from like one step away from the swamp cave. Kind of see it poking its head over there in the corner.
Oh, I just came back to see what we like to call the Sparkover Bridge, the bridge to a single tile.
This one's protected by mountains. As she would say, probably lots of bears there.
Yep, and Archfield going to, well, buy the Dragon Scale, that is 2 more defensive power, and load up on herbs. Which is pretty nice, because you can use an herb instead of a heal more and be more efficient about that Swamp Walk, so nothing else, that's a good point for buying herbs.
Well, considering an herb heals for half his health, and he's got to use heal more to heal, I would say using herbs is amazing right now.
Archfield does indeed don the scale of the dragon.
I think they made a mistake because Breckenary probably deserves to be in the swamp, but somehow it survived and got away. The only thing that survived this seed so far was Breckenary.
I mean, Breckenary is in a swamp, and there's another cave, so hey, more caves.
Oh baby, we got ourselves the Tablet Cave, a freebie chest. All you have to do is take the long walk through it.
Yeah, just small little maze, no encounters, no getting horribly murdered by red dragons or anything like that. Centroid
probably a red dragon down here knowing this seed.
Just asleep. Just taking a nap.
Nope, it's an herb. An herb or a key. I didn't see whatever he had maxed out in his inventory.
Okay, so level 10 has 3, 6, 4, 5 spell of outside. Unfortunately.
Which would have been nice for Archfield going through this cave. And
unfortunately, we start out on the wrong side of swamp, so not useful for the little trick where outside will always deposit you at swamp north, so if you find swamp south, you can just take the quick way through with the outside spell. Not happening in the seed. Archfield a ghost or better from the level.
Yeah, I saw Centroid eyeing that Sparkover Bridge up there. I think he was thinking about it, and he's like, please no. Well, look at what's already happened to me. And he's about to get his ultimate disappointment.
And Arch up to level 10. Okay, so Centroid's going to pick up a half plate and nothing else. Just a few coins short of the copper sword.
I think Archfield is trying to find another grind zone here to try to gain another level.
Yeah, I think Archfield wants these green dragons, but it could be moving on here.
I mean, 2175 is the next level. Might as well go for it if you can get decent experience and you're right next to a town to heal. Because right now it's all about survival. They got so much exploration to do, but it's such a dangerous overworld with their stats that you got to try to survive first.
Yeah, it seems like there's Druid Lords all over the place waiting to just throw that hurt more at you.
Yeah, and their stats aren't that good. I mean, strength is the only thing that's respectable right now at level 10.
I think they can eat a hurt more at full HP. The problem is your healings with heal more is a little bit awkward. Meanwhile, over on Centroid side, selling off a bunch of stuff and then having so many NPCs on screen that causes lag. Looks like Centroid's going to go ahead and buy the Copper Sword. Archfield could buy it, but Lex not to. Or Fairy Water.
Yeah, he's going to get Fairy Water. I don't see what the play is with the Fairy Water. I mean, I don't know what he's expecting to kill that he can't already hit without dying.
Fairy Water a little bit downplayed this early with the hurt more. And, oh, well, indeed, go back and buy the Copper Sword. So that's 10 attack power. That'll help. If you fail to beat a green dragon in 1 hurt more, you can better chance of finishing off with a swipe.
It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of real estate over here to the left. It might have to focus on going to the right past the red dragon, but let's see what's over here.
Can't go too far right because
yeah, they are kind of on the right side of the map, so this might be the only way to go then.
It looks like it gets a little bit linear from here.
Not really much with the red dragon zone somewhere in this desert.
Yeah, not really much happening northwest of Breckenary. So it looks like south, or maybe it could be a little bit of a path split here. Do you go south or do you go west?
Wow, it looks like this is just going to wrap around Tantagel. It just puts Tantagel on a tiny little island in the middle of all of this giant landmass.
ArchfieldMonk not interested in 255 gold today. Oh, hello, Golem. Golem's a gigantic pile of health and punching power, hitting as hard as red dragons.
Yeah, and he has bad agility, but it seems to be impossible to run from him.
Oh, he does have a Metal Slime here. Gets 1. And Metal Slime's like, nope.
Not quite a Metal Slime.
I mean, it did Metal Slime things. It got out of there.
Hey, there's a town all the way over here in this swamp. And we got ourselves some keys! Wait.
Well, hey, you get a chest and you get another gear shop, so... something.
And more keys!
Pick up a hand axe.
Hey, the death necklace.
And that as well. That is... updated in Randomizer. In the vanilla game, it just curses you. Which means if you die, the king is like, get out. And he just kicks you out without even healing you. However, in the Randomizer, it still curses you. So the king will still kick you out with no healing. But it will also take 25% of your maximum HP. But it gives 10 attack power.
Yeah, I think the strength is looking fine right now, so the hit points is definitely struggling. And this shop does have an upgrade over the other shop. This has Flame Sword and Magic Armor if someone wants to try to gold grind and make the walk all the way here. Good luck. You need it.
Yeah, that's looking a little bit tricky. But Archfield does pick up a small shield and does pick up this Wolf Lord with the Kaishin no Ichigeki, the critical hit to the first.
And Centroid has already made the walk all the way over here to Rimmeldar. He just kind of appeared. I looked, the next thing I know, he's in the same spot as Archfield.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, high five. Don't fight Demon Knights. So it looks like further south for Archfield, we'll have to see what Centroid elects to do. And hello, more swamp. How are you on this fine
Plenty of
Tuesday
swamp
night?
to hold them off. This feels like one of those seeds where the armor's on the world map 3 squares away from the castle. But it'll be Kentland will be the last place they find.
Kentland's in literally the opposite corner of the map from Tangigal. But something to note, looks like once you get past that roadblock, doesn't seem too dangerous other than getting ambushed by a Druid Lord.
Oh, please don't say that, because you know what's coming next.
Level 11?
After level 11. Which,
One,
woo, look at that level!
Well, they got some MP. They got hurt.
That was another impressive level. You know, I don't know how they contain their excitement with all of these level ups.
Look at those bridges. They have nothing beyond them. Look at this bridge. It also has nothing beyond it. And Archfield's made it to the southern coast. So, go west, young man. Commentators note, I don't know how old Archfield actually is.
Yeah, this feels like a level 16 stop spell seed, doesn't it?
These Dragon Warriors are hurt.
With armor locked behind a red dragon, of course.
Ooh, chance that this could continue on.
Sneaky little bridge over here to the grasslands.
Yeah, sneaky little land bridge.
Beyond the green yonder.
Apparently turning up a whole lot of nothing. Oh, hello, Stone Man. At least we have Sleep. Sleep has a 15 out of 16 chance to connect on a snowman, which means 100% chance to run after.
Yeah, you know, that is what his resistance is. But is it really what his resistance is? Like, you know, actuality.
Oh, wow. Even a town way out. Well, this may loop around in some way. Oh, Hawksness.
I'd check the cave first, because if there's a red dragon there, you're dead.
Archfield's just like, nope. I want to see this.
Yeah, check the cave first, because then you know what's here, and then if you go in there and there's a red dragon, at least you know you saw what that cave was. That is a really bad place for Hawksness, too. Which Centroid's going to come across soon, too, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah, it turns out to be the Staff of Rain cave over here next to Hawksness. Oh, Centroid's in trouble, got put to sleep, still asleep.
Yeah, he tried fighting the Demon Knight, and no good.
Meantime, Archfield's putting hits into this metal slime. Is that enough? Yes, it was.
Even if there's a red dragon here, that metal slime was worth it.
How about another one?
Now I just think you're getting greedy.
Well, there's the first hit, and the metal slime's like, ow, I'm out of here. And here we go. It's the Armored Knight. Oh, ambush and Armored Knight's
hurt more Armored Knight, huh?
Here's where you hurt more and hope they have heal.
This is a bad situation.
And Temp going
to back attack just kind of ruined it.
Yeah,
I missed it. I Centroid died.
Centroid got slept and wrecked by a demon knight before seeing the stuff, which is unfortunate because that is where the harp trade-in for the Staff of Rain was.
Yeah, that's kind of far away too. That's one heck of a walk to get there.
And oh hey, Centroid actually managed to double Hurtmore, a blue dragon, for 180! I messed that up poorly.
You had it pretty good. You had the scruffiness, you know. You had them feeling. That's what matters, the feeling.
You gotta be able to hold one of those things. Like, you gotta get that one. You gotta get that going real long.
No, I can't do the really deep voice though. Like I just can't get there. I can do high pitched, but I'm just not a very good soprano. What can I say?
Centroid, I think, just learned the unfortunate news that if you ever use return on this map, you have to go into Tantagel to advance further.
Yeah, it's this is a really dumb starting position. There's no other way to put it, but this is a dumb starting situation.
Yeah, because for those that were not here at the very start, Tantagel is on the very northern end of Zone 0. Like, literally,
yeah, so they
if
had
you
to do some funky gymnastics in order to find an enemy to kill.
Yeah, literally, if you take one step north, you are in Zone 1.
And then, as you saw from that example by these two runners, to get out of the castle to everywhere else on the map, you have to go around that giant swamp, through the swamp cave, just to be greeted by red dragons, potentially, and Brecconary. That's like the worst thing you could ever ask
I mean,
for.
it is a cheap end. Centroid going back to the mountain cave for some reason.
Maybe he's going to try to do that. Remember how I said there's great armor and a sword if you want to try to make that walk to Rimildar? Guess what Centroid wants to do?
Centroid, you are a crazy person.
He might think that's the only thing he's got left, considering how terrible this is right now.
I mean, our Druid Lords all over the place, so the Heartmore Visits would be nice. The magic armor, in addition to the best best DP you can buy at 24. You'll regen 1 HP every 4 steps, and you become resistant to hurt and Heartmore. So, Druid Lords all over the place, not the worst idea. You just have to somehow cart the money over. Just have to run the police roadblock while carrying a ton of gold in a big old sack on your back or something like that.
I mean, he's the Dragon Lord. You think the enemies would respect him? Like, respect my authority, type of thing?
Clearly a fake Dragon Lord. He doesn't have much authority.
Well, Centroid at least decided to take out some experience before he dies. Take out some frustrations on our Blue Dragon, and got Archfield. I think he took that northern path after he went left to see kind of what's off in this direction.
Hey, you've seen south, and I mean, you could, if you don't get ambushed, because that kind of what got Archfield killed. He got ambushed. If you don't get ambushed, you could kill the Armor Knight right now. You have
Oh
the,
yeah, you
have the
definitely
help.
have the help and the stats for it. You just gotta not get ambushed. That's it.
Sure, getting close to level 12 just needs 28 more experience, so why not a Metal Slime?
That's close enough.
I mean, it's about 9 times more experience than he needs, and he actually gets it, so this is level 12. And it comes with 1 power, well, there's your agility. Not much else.
And there's no stop spell still.
Archfield has some nice attack power.
He's probably yelling at the stats right now. Yeah, the only spell that they have not gotten yet is stop spell.
Yeah, it looks like Centroid is going to gold grind. In the meantime, Archfield having blue dragon problems.
Yeah, not letting him go. Even with all that agility that he just got. Look at that. Aren't you glad you got agility?
Following its way, uses an herb, and shall keep going through the swamp.
Yeah, Val, let's give the 53-minute recap of this seed so far. It sucks. That's it. We've seen the red dragons in the swamp cave with the wombo combo. We got armor knights and the Hawksness Square about 1,300 miles away from anywhere resembling civilization. And Breckenary. I think that pretty much sums up the entire seed.
Okay, well, to be fair, we didn't see much north beyond Hawksness. There could be a town lurking just off screen. But yeah, the start was tricky because you had a grand total of 1 tile you could use for Zone 0. And there was a gigantic swamp you have to walk through, and yeah.
Oh, we found the north side of the map, too. Still not a whole lot to be... They have found no key items. And the only thing that's left is the search spots and Garingham's grave and the Stones of Sunlight Cave. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of places left for there to be chests and for there to be key items, which is really scary when you're thinking about where is Erdrick's sword and Erdrick's armor.
Or just anything in general. North play here for Archfield is a complete bust. So go somewhere else, just don't stay here because you need to find the stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of their experience overall has come from Druid Lords and Wolf Lords. I think that basically sums up all of the experience they've gotten so far. And a couple of Metal Slime kills.
Yeah, good news is Archfield is defense breaking the Wolf Lord, so at least you can just swipe those out and save your MP for other stuff.
Yep, Centroid's making the mad dash for Rimildar. He got past at least the initial really terrible zones, so might be able to make it. Just has to go through a few deserts and some blue dragons and might make it.
Oh, there's the blue dragon.
And that blue dragon's hitting hard. I bet you he wishes he had that armor.
Yeah, Centroid just looking for a low roll to run on and not really getting it. Bet does get away.
Yeah, at that point, it's like he's not going to give him much of a low roll. Just try. He might have to save and reset anyways, but he's not too far from Rimildar, so he could do it.
There's a knight, but gets away.
Demon Knight's probably the scariest thing that he's going to see on this route right now, unless a red dragon pops up somewhere.
In the meantime, I think we have a Droll Magi, which just horribly died.
I think the towns they forgot to put the towns on the map. That's the only thing I can think of.
These knights hurt.
There's probably like 3 towns like right next to each other. Oh wait, that was the town to the north. I think Archfield just passed. Was that?
Oh no.
Oh, he found his way.
I think he just looped back to Hawksness.
Yeah, he just looped all the way back around the Hawksness. Oh look, a red dragon. Centroid was going the wrong way, by the way. He wasn't going to Rimildar. I think he forgot where Rimildar was.
Archfield was like, okay, really? I must go through this. Oh, hello, Stoneman. I mean, Archfield didn't need that MP. It's not
Hey,
even
there's
enough
a
to heal.
town in the Sharlock right there. Look at that. More
Garenham.
chests.
So Garenham has ye old item shop, ye old gear shop, and ye old inn. But with the key, you can open up ye old door and find 3 treasure chests and ye old cave, which at this point I think has to be either the grave or the Stones of Sunlight cave.
Yep. So there's at least 4 chests here in this town now.
These wyverns hurt more. Because what doesn't have something completely horrifying in the seed?
Hey, if you want a silver shield, just come all the way to Sharlock. You got your silver shield. But instead, he's going to get a large shield.
Not bad. 10 defensive power. 6 more over the small shield.
A little bit of an upgrade. Probably going to be the best shield he gets, unless they want to do a very late game grind for a silver shield. Say the armor is hiding in Sharlock.
I mean,
and you just want that extra defense.
You do have to come back down here at some... Oh, there's our 3rd cursed belt, so all search spots occupied. You do have to come back down here at some point to get your Staff of Rain, so... Could be a chance to do a gold grind and try right down here. I mean...
Still no key item.
Yeah, where is the stuff?
It's all hiding behind the search tile. So here's the one freebie chest. So the grave is the last chest hiding. And, hey, we got a key item. Look at that.
True. This doesn't look very random.
Yes, this is a Stones of Sunlight and a Stone of Sunlight cave. Obviously, we're looking in the wrong places. We should have been looking vanilla places.
These golems hurt more. What doesn't have hurt more in this seed?
Yeah, I think they gave hurt more or sleep to just about everything.
Rogue Scorpion, that's a pretty easy 70.
Until it has Wombo Combo.
And not much more doing there. First sighting of the wizard.
Oh, he's got hurt more.
At least that's vanilla.
Wow.
At least wizard hurt more is vanilla.
Maybe Centroid has an idea here with the magic armor money. Maybe he's onto something.
Realize if Centroid manages to stumble into Garenham.
But I think he's going the wrong way, though, again. He went back to the Hawksness area instead of taking his money to where Rimmeldar is. I think he forgot where Rimmeldar is.
Centroid is close to Garenham and does, in fact, have silver shield money.
Yeah, if he keeps going, if to the left there, he's going to come... Oh, wait, no, don't go up. Go left. You want to go left? Yeah. He's a good... See, he listened to me. Wait, he shouldn't be listening to me.
Centroid saw that, so I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, if he goes far enough over, if anything, he'll... oh, wait. No, he changed his mind on that swamp.
Yeah, so trying to figure out which swamp to challenge. And Centroid has elected to just nope out of everything.
Maybe he's going to head in the direction of Rimmeldar now, and I bet you that's what he was doing, is he was hoping to find a silver shield, which he would have if he would have went another screen or two over to the left, but I think that's what he was hoping for, and now that he hasn't found anything, he's just going to go buy his pity armor and weapon.
But yeah, while Centroid's been stuck lugging this money around, Archfield's managed to build up about 1,100 experience lead.
Yeah, Archfield definitely has a lot more information right now, but oh no.
Hello, Red. Ye old Dragon of Red. Goodbye, ye old Dragon of Red.
By the way, do you see this zone that Centroid's in right now? That is required, I believe, to get to where Sharlock is.
No, it's not. You can come from the north.
You can come from the north also?
You can just go west and then south and then... Yeah, because that's where Archfield came the second time.
Yeah, I guess you can if you know about the other path.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, there's where that Frimildar was. Sometimes you just forget where you put your town.
No, sometimes you just misplace where you set a town. Oh, yeah, there's Gollum with his Hurtmore. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, don't die now, Centroid. You've been carrying that money for the last 20 minutes. You gotta get it to that town.
Yep, hello, Stoneman. Elects to just hard run, which is about a little bit more than a coin flip right now, and manages to
Almost there. He's about to find... oh, well, at least the knight doesn't have Hurtmore, okay? That's something. That's a positive. Again, we're starting with positives and go from there.
Yeah, that knight did not take his training seriously.
Well, he's a knight. He's not supposed to cast spells. He's supposed to whack you with his fists or his axe or whatever.
Well, I mean, even the knight casts spells in vanilla. He does have stop spell.
Yeah, but that spell does not very good. So,
Oh, it's time for Archfield. Oh, it's Cole. Maybe you...
Ooh, one of the third spots.
Yeah, and another gear shop, only 1,000 gold on hand, which is unfortunately not enough for the broadsword. So, search spot, we know it has something.
Erdrick's toothpick.
Well, I don't think he'll need that broadsword anymore. And on the road again. This Metal Slime will be the level. Only needs 24 experience to get the level.
Okay, well, they both conveniently started getting gear at the same exact time, just in two different ways.
Yeah, Centroid has the Toasty Stick to go with the magic armor, while Archfield still on the half plate but has the big stick.
Hey, the toasty stick, it makes great s'mores at least, okay? So it's good when you're out there adventuring on your own.
Let's see if ArchfieldMonk's gonna give... Yeah, looks like gonna give Hawksness a fair stab here. As soon as he stabs the Smell Scorpion for level 13.
Grab a level, maybe get something good. That's not very good. I would take that level back. You don't want it.
Oh,
He did pause there for a second because I don't think he believed it either.
he can only swing and hurt more. He could just kill... Oh, it has more.
Kill more and hurt more on the Armored Knight. How lovely.
How randomized. Okay, so gotta hit this hurt more. And so...
Okay, what's in the second search spot? We got the token.
Nice.
So that means the overworld has either the harp, the flute, or the Erdrick's armor left. And then there's the 5 chests in the grave.
Yeah, Archfield trying to make heads or tails of that level.
I mean, I guess that's an acceptable level. And 131 attack power means he kind of wants to see Metal Slimes right now.
Yeah, Metal Slimes with 255 agility, the maximum... Oh, well, that Warlock just had a horrible day.
Yeah, 131 attack power is enough, I believe, to guarantee 1 damage on a Metal Slime. And then, what's it, 137 is a guaranteed kill, I believe.
Anyways, Archfield going to restock and continue exploring. Yes, Centroid Sprite is in fact the Dragon Lord, and I believe I don't know my Dragon Warrior 3 sprites. I think that is...
I believe that's a priest from 3.
I was gonna say either priest or sage, but yeah, priest.
Sage, I believe, wears a green robe.
Hey, Mel Slime.
Yep, guaranteed to do 1 damage when he hits, so just has to hit him 3 times. And it looks like he's going to. Oh, he can do 2 also, because it's 1 to 2 damage. He saw that metal slime, he's like, U-turn, start grinding in this zone.
And that golem... yeah, I think he saw the golems... Okay, no. And this Spectre has the right idea. Don't get hit by that sword. It will just kill you in the face.
Jokingly, got someone in the chat saying the Death Necklace, which actually might not be a bad idea if he was trying to just farm metal slime, because it would guarantee that he one-shot him. But man, 25% health loss when you only have 64 is... You got to stay there and you got to be dedicated to that metal slime grind.
Yeah, nothing else beyond Garanham, actually.
So the big things we're still looking for is the Grave and Cantlin, because the world map has a key item that might be required. We don't know because the flute's still out there. And we definitely need the Grave to check because, you know, you got to find there's 2 items they're really looking for right now.
I mean, in theory, there is the possibility of Harp Overworld and then the rest of the stuff is in Sharlock. But yeah, you definitely want to see the Grave.
Yeah, I don't think... If there's a whole dungeon left over and you still need the armor, I don't think you dive Sharlock without armor. Unless you have some really good stats.
Yeah, I think at this point, it would just kind of all meld pretty nicely together if you had a... Oh, Wizards with Heal More. That's...
Yeah, they got Hurt More and Heal More. How nice.
That's not vanilla.
Armor is not guaranteed Sharlock yet. We still have the Overworld spot and Grave, which Centroid found the Grave, by the way.
Ooh, what was that?
I don't know. Last time I saw, he went in the like north direction of Swamp Cave, after Swamp Cave. That's the last thing I saw. Oh, there's a silver harp here too. Whew. That limits 2 items that can be on the world map now. Oh,
wow.
Well, there's the armor, because there's the fairy flute.
This is just beyond that Spark Over Bridge. So, now you panic. Or wait,
yeah,
no.
Archfield's gonna actually go up there and check out that Spark Over Bridge.
You don't panic yet because
yeah.
But yeah,
that's kind of a nasty spot to be in because the red dragons are in that direction too.
And Centroid's going to do the full dive. We know this is completely unnecessary, but
unfortunately, he hasn't found everything else, so he doesn't know. But Archfield has been grinding and has opened up a really big experience point lead.
Well, here's Centroid with the rather unimpressive level 12 right before the slightly more impressive level 13.
I don't know, 13 seemed kind of depressing. Maybe for everyone else. It's that whole crushing hope that you once had, or that you thought you would get rid of, is just comes back. In all honesty, though, I think Archfield knows where his grind zone is when he's ready for Sharlock. Just farm the metal slimes right next to the castle.
Yeah, I mean, even with the heal more, they have so much attack power, the swing and hurt more would actually kind of be viable against the armor knights.
Yeah.
But sometimes.
So we have found all 3 belts, so we have the information on every item in the game. The armor will be on the world map, which we need to find Catelyn for, because
Oh,
that
there's
is... Oh, there's Catelyn up there, wow.
the old Dragon of Red blocking it.
And of course, there's dragons blocking the path to get to Catelyn. Oh, this is cruel. Let's hope for some juicy coordinates, y'all, so they have to go looking for the princess.
So yeah, I think Archfield's kind of running out of spots to look on these overworlds. It's pretty much just that beyond the Spark Over Bridge is all that's left.
Yeah, he just needs to go check the Spark Over Bridge. I mean, he thought about it one time when he got there, but he's like, nah, Red Dragon. Just has to embrace his Sparko love, his Sparko Bridge love, and do it. Search it. He did get level 15 at least, and 5 to 14 magic is helpful. And there's a stop spell at 14. You know, 94 strength is not a really bad number to have when you're still how many levels away from going, because you have 66 health and 71 magic.
Yeah, that is some pretty good strong. Centroid about to get into Catelyn. Does get into Catelyn.
Wow, if there's like a silver shield here, that's actually not a terrible walk to from a gold grind.
Yeah, the problem is it's going to be kind of awkward to do a gold grind now, because...
I think it really comes down to what your final stats are. Like, if you pick up the armor and you grind and you grind and your just stats are absolutely atrocious, maybe you just say, okay, I need this. You can gain as much as your imagination, Garfield, can think up. There is a silver shield there.
Okay, so, coordinate time. We know there are coordinates. Yeah, it's kind of sad at level 12 you have to heal more after every 3 steps.
Oh, Archfield's going that way. He's going for his Sparko Bridge.
I think he's going this way just because this is the last spot. 1 south, 35 west. That, if you can get a peek over, that shouldn't be too terrible.
Yeah, you might have to figure out, like, go up north a ways and then count it from as far over as you can, and then go left and start working your way back down.
Okay, so this is the harp from Monk, and then it's going to be the flute. And if Monk remembers the cursed belt situation, after the flute should be an immediate outside.
Well, he doesn't even need the curse belt. Well, yeah, because if he has the curse belt situation, he knows that he doesn't need to go in here any farther. But isn't. He's going to spend some time diving the cave.
So yeah, it looks like Centroid's trying to peek over here, but Demon Knight going to utilize the sleep.
The Wombo combo from the Demon Knight.
Oh, hey, Archfield does get Metal Slimes to kill while doing this, so not a total loss.
Yeah, level 15 is probably going to give him the ability to one-shot Metal Slimes every time they fight. He's thinking about that red slime. I don't know. I don't like that smile on that red slime. It's deceiving. I don't trust it.
Ooh, Centroid does get a peek here. I'm thinking over next to Rimmeldar.
Yep, he's using the Rimmeldar area over there, which is where the armor is going to be. Is that way. So basically, he's counting all the way to the coast, see how many squares down and over he is, pick up a bearing, and then walk all the way back over there and continue his count from there.
Yeah, it is taking some time, but then again, Red Dragon.
Other option is to fight a red dragon with the Wombo combo, no stop spell, and you can barely survive one of his attacks. I like this option.
Oh, Archfield is actually taking the Death Warp here.
Maybe he wants the Silver Shield.
Interesting. I'm thinking he's assuming either he's going to take a massive walk back to Garenham to go ahead and get the harp turned in, or he's just guessing that beyond Grave is Caitlin, which would be correct, and then the Silver Shield is in the secret shop.
I don't know. The first thing that you said makes sense because, you know, Garenham is over there by where the Silver Harp is. The Staff of Rain Cave is, so...
Yeah, but on the other hand, as soon as he did a little bit more exploring, and then he just made a beeline for that Sparko Bridge, so maybe he realized that was about all that was left to explore, because he has pretty much explored everything.
Yeah, it's, we'll see what he's up to. But he didn't get... Oh, yeah, he's got just enough for Silver Shield, and he got to save, considering what's out there.
Well, yeah, he realizes there's very little point in getting any armor upgrades when you know Caitlin to the coordinate spot's going to be your Erdrick's armor. You don't have to go to Sharlock for that.
The only thing in his mind is, do I have to kill that dragon to figure out where the armor is? Because its coordinates are terrible. But I think no matter what, with the way this map is set out, you could have counted the coordinates, no matter how far away they were.
Yep, that movement does look like towards Garenham, which we'll let him try for the Staff of Rain at least, and then Rainbow drops right under Tantagel.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do that. And Centroid is coming up on his Rimmeldar, so he'll be able to continue his count if the Stone Man will let him.
You gotta put to sleep.
Yeah, you should. With 57 agility, you have to put him to sleep. The odds of running are just way too bad without sleep. Apparently, they're not any better with sleep. Okay, we'll just throw that one out there.
Yep. Yep. 1 out of 16 every time.
Well, for Archfield, I think getting the shield is definitely a lot worse just because he knows where he can grind metal slimes. And he doesn't need any defense to fight the metal slimes.
Yeah, probably thinking towards late game. Because there's a lot of late game scenarios where silver over large, you will be knocking more monsters off the encounter table with the spell.
that's one of the big pluses is you will knock out more enemies, but I think the thing you got to look at, someone brought up in chat, is they're level 14 with 66 health and 75 agility. There is a really good chance by the time you get enough health to be able to pull this off, you're probably going to be in at least the 90s for agilities.
That just sounds like a number to me.
It's a number higher than 75. That's all I know.
Yeah. she'll pick up for Archfield, and this will probably transition into a Staff of Rain pickup.
And then it's back to continue to try to find Catelyn. Where he was right next to it one time, but decided wanted the silver shield.
Oh, interesting. I don't even think Archfield went and traded in the Staff of Rain, which that was probably going to be your best time to do it for a while.
Yeah, he didn't turn it in? Or is he still walking back to it?
Staff of Rain Cave was...
Yeah, it was down by where Hawksness is, on the way to Sharlock. Yeah, that's very far out of the way, especially considering the rainbow drop is back in the castle.
Going to do the thing with the flute that it does, which is put the golem to sleep 100% of the time. And it's actually going to give it a go.
Yeah, let's let him sleep. He's grumpy when he wakes up, and you have no stats. So Archfield's going to go up here, back to the north, find Catelyn, and be like, oh yeah, there's a silver shield here. Yay.
Archfield is blocking spells with the stop spell.
Yeah, unfortunately, Centroid has not searched the western part of the map at all, so once he gets the armor, he still might have a potentially long time to go before he finds his way to Garenham. And to Cole.
Centroid utilizing the slept and left finally on the Stoneman. And is picking up the count and is going to have to maneuver around some more water.
Oh yeah, that Druid Lord has Heal More too, by the way.
Noise.
Instead of just Hurt More, he's another enemy with Heal More, Hurt More.
Let's see if Archfield can run the red. Nope. Going to throw a stop spell and blocks.
Hey, you got the block in there, so that's good. Problem is, he decided not to cast Sleep. And there's the armor for Centroid.
Woohoo! Unfortunately, the red dragon turned on the advanced AI on Archfield and just chomped him.
But he did see the town, so he knows where he's going. And by the way, casting Return right now is really horrible. Because it puts you on the peninsula. I just realized that.
Yeah, you have Return Landing Pad installed recently by Tantagel.
They got the landing pad, but they forgot the walkway from the landing pad.
Yeah, Erdrick's armor. It has 28 defense. It not only reduces hurt and hurt more damage, like the magic armor, but it also reduces breath attack damage, including the mighty Dragonlord breath. And as Centroid is displaying right now, you can walk over all sorts of damage tiles and not actually take damage. In addition, Stop Spell will not stop your spell ever. And it comes in a lovely shade of blue.
Which I heard the Dragonlord loves that color.
Yes, we're now copying the steps of Archfield. Unfortunately, there is absolutely nothing beyond this desert.
Guess what the werewolves have?
have that nice blue tunic, just like the Erdrick's armor.
Yeah, I am actually getting to the point where I might be convinced that the silver shield is the way to go, because you really want to like out level all of the Sharlock enemies that you can. Just defense break as many of them as you can, so you just repel them away.
Yeah, suddenly repelling werewolves is a pretty decent idea.
We have not seen an Axe Knight yet. Axe Knight has not made an appearance in this seed. Because that would be too nice, as that's a free 130 experience. And we, being savvy businessmen, don't want to give anything free to these runners right now.
There's like a 1 in 16 chance to fail hurt more, and then they could show up with wombo combo as well. I mean, everything else is showing up with horrifying things. Why not them?
Hey, we haven't seen Star Wyverns yet. That's another good possibility for terrible stuff.
He's trying to pull over ArchfieldMonk for obtaining classified information, but Archfield gets out of there.
I think the blue dragon is being more of a policeman than the red dragon right now.
Yeah, gotta watch out for the boys in blue.
Because it definitely just crashed Centroid right there. But yeah, I wonder. Yeah, the Archfield might have taken a landmark already, and it's going to count from here.
Unfortunately, doesn't know about Cole, so he's going to take the long way around.
Ooh, you don't want to fight those Centroid. You've already learned the lesson the hard way.
And there's why. The dodge and getting beat on. Oh, wakes up and crits the demon. I'd actually a very low end crit. Crits do anywhere between half your attack power to your full attack power, ignoring all defense. It looks like Centroid actually wants to gain some experience here real quick.
Yeah, still a few hundred experience from a level. So this would get a huge chunk of the level that's left over. I mean, he doesn't know it, but 13 is a magical level that he wants to get.
I thought you said level 13 sucked.
No, 13 was the one that made Archfield cry for a second. I mean, made me cry for a second. The Archfield really liked it.
Hey, who replaced my commentary with Empty Eye?
I love it!
And Centroid gets dodged by the Demon Knight because that's what they do. Archfield is looking for stuff.
Oh, I know what Archfield might have done. I was wondering if Archfield just found the north-south and was just going to go up and down the line. I don't think he's in the right spot. I think he needs to go over a bit way still.
Yeah, more over to the east. And
yeah,
Centroid is well done.
He got wombo comboed.
Field combing the desert.
Sometimes you just gotta comb the desert to find the strawberries. What do you say?
Right now, I'm thinking more space balls with his success. I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to do the actual quote, but...
Yeah, but you're not supposed to take it literally. That's the thing. Oh, there's Centroid making that long pause, too, as he saw 32 power. After you get a lot of garbage for a very long time, and your levels, what, like 3 and 13 are, or 2 and 13 combined was like 3/4 of your strength, that kind of makes you stop and think.
Meantime, ArchfieldMonk discovers that werewolves are kind of terrifying. Yeah, it looks like Archfield's looking for something a bit more west to try to start this count with, although may just flex on this stuff. Well, nope. Sleep being sleep. Sleep is so useful.
Yeah, it works great on these guys until you want to do it and it doesn't.
I mean, look at how many free turns are. Wait a moment, he got no free turns.
So, what are we at right now? Archfield really needs to find an accurate way to get this armor. And Centroid needs to get over to the west side of the map to find 2 places still. 3, technically, Sharlock. But Sharlock is pretty easy to find once you find the other place.
Yeah, I mean, you literally cannot get the Stones of Sunlight without finding Sharlock, so that's not going to be a big deal here.
What if it's nighttime and really foggy?
I don't think Magoo can just spontaneously add the Dark Overworld.
So here's another thought. This is the Dragon Lord. He has the Sphere of Light, so he technically has a headlight already. So he can probably see Sharlock even in the dark.
Yeah, it looks like Archfield did figure out something there. Oh, going to go for the stop spell. Which, hey, if these Demon Knights just spam sleep, then that is effective. What's also effective is hitting them for 51 damage because they only have a maximum of 40.
Yeah, that's a good quick way to kill them. Make sure that, you know, they'll never come back and challenge your rule ever again.
So yeah, it looks like Archfield's going to finish out the level real quick, or...
I would ask you up to NG what health you're talking about, but there's nothing to even look at.
Don't die to swamp. Damage an hour and 36 minutes in.
Well, hopefully Archfield has got the correct coordinates this time and can figure out where this armor is.
Yeah, once Archfield has the armor, it's outright grind and go for him.
Yeah, that's all he needs is that armor to grind and go.
Well, as soon as he turns in stuff.
And Centroid found one part of the puzzle. He's got his coal.
This will be a rather large... Did Archfield forget the coordinates? Looks like that's
he might have forgotten the coordinates. That is correct. He might be thinking that he wrote down the wrong east-west or east coordinate, which is why, or west coordinate, which is why he was so far off. But Centroid picks up a large shield and grabs his Airdrix toothpick.
And is now looking at that attack power and is rather impressed.
That is really, really good attack power. Just saying. It's a shame it's going to be much higher by the time they can actually fight the Dragon Lord.
Well, I mean, we could get 0 strength and like 31 health next level.
That is true. And Centroid does need to go back to Hawksness, which if he goes, I believe, south from here, he'll walk right back into Hawksness. It's amazing how lined up almost everything is in this part of the map if you just take the right path.
Yeah, this is... Sometimes these counts where you have to go over water and then loop around like this can get a little tricky because you kind of mess up one coordinates and then you're just combing everywhere trying to stumble upon the item. Centroid did find the path over from Cole, but
yeah, it's a really small jump. Like, you just have to go down one screen. It's actually that close to it. They just, when they died earlier, all they had to do was be one screen farther north and they would have found Cole and the sword much earlier on. And Centroid's close to getting his town and his Sharlock. So once he cleans out this town, and if he goes back to Hawksness, he'll be in grind to go mode. But quite a bit of experience behind. So I don't know. And Archfield might just go grinding metal slimes, which would be pretty crazy.
the problem up to NG, the Spike Tail is a red dragon with Wombo combo.
Yeah, the Swamp Tile is not... Well, I mean, considering that Stop Spell might actually work fairly well on him, because it's 1-for-1 at least, the question just becomes is, they have to have enough health to survive when he decides not to use Sleep.
Which, if it's Breath Attack, no they don't. You need at least about 73 health to do that. Archfield searching now. This looks to be a bit closer to where he needs to be.
Yeah, he's much closer to where it is. It's that desert over there.
Centroid about to pick up the Stones of Sunlight.
The why is this not randomized properly item.
And then if Centroid manages to walk back east and sees the Hawksness and Staff of Rain Cave combo, that will be grind and go.
Yep.
Because I imagine the Erdrick's armor providing the hurt more resistance shouldn't be too hard to finish off the Armor Knight.
Yeah, he knows where everything is. He just has to get it. And thank you very much from the raid from Randomania 2, whose match just wrapped up. Welcome to ArchfieldMonk versus Centroid41 on one gosh darn wonderful seed filled with all kinds of wonders and horrible things that you never want to see as a player, but everyone wants to see as a viewer.
The first about hour or so of this seed was special. I'll just say that.
And we still might have another 30 to 45 minutes left. So say hello to the red dragon that Centroid just met. The red dragon is terrible.
Yeah, those things will ruin your day. Centroid's going to try to ruin the Smell Slime's day, though.
And he will get it because he's guaranteed to hit it, so that's a level right there. Yes, they have enough attack power to kill the metal slimes, but they have 66 health at level 14.
And Archfield finally stumbles onto the correct spot, has the armor, and has level 15. So we're finally out of the health pit.
No, we're still in the health pit. That was just one.
Yeah, those stats were garbage.
138 attack power is pretty nice, though, because...
Metal Slime's dead.
Yeah, that's a guaranteed one-shot on a metal slime now. So yeah, let's recap Sharlock. Let's see. We have red dragons with Wombo combo, Sleep and Dragon Lord Breath. Armor Knights with Heal More, Hurt More. Wizards with Heal More, Hurt More. We have Werewolves with Dragon Lord Breath.
Golems with Hurt More, although that might actually be a little bit of a blessing. Depends on how
we don't know what Wyverns or Axe Knights are because we haven't seen those yet. Centroid's trying to do a little bit of a grind here inside inside Hawksness. I don't think you want to be running around in here when you have red dragons in here. Hopefully he picked up the token though, because that would he didn't forget that because I didn't see if he actually picked it up.
No, he did not. Anyways, here comes the Staff of Rain for Archfield.
Yeah, that would be a shame to not have it, because he should get this, get his Staff of Rain, and get to grinding.
Ooh, blocks the Armor Knight though, which is real nice. It looks like Archfield is going to be under attack from Ye Old Dragon of Red. 1 out of 2 for stop spells.
2 out of 3, still good odds. There's the token for Centroid. So now it just comes down to grind and go mode for the most part. And I'm shocked that Archfield's not going to his Metal Slime Sanctuary, especially when you can guarantee to one-shot him.
Yeah, both of our runners are actually going to have the same idea. Block this Armor Knight spell, and then just beat it down.
Yeah, I mean, stop spell seems to be working pretty well on the Armor Knight, so if you could just stop spell him, it doesn't look like he's going to melee you at all. Yeah, but there's red dragons in here. You don't want to deal with red dragon. Go where there's no red dragons and metal slimes.
I mean, there's metal slimes in here as well.
We don't know what the stop spell chance is. Although it seems to be fairly high. Seems like it's pretty easy to land stop spell on him. Yeah, let's take a look. We've seen enough of them. Let's see what we're looking at.
So, ArchfieldMonk is out of keys, and don't forget where the jerk is.
0 out of 16 stop spell resist on the Axe Knight.
And they're 75% hurt more.
Yeah, 75 and 50%. So you're guaranteed to stop spell them every time. Unless you're me, I could find a way to miss that.
You could accidentally mismenu something. Yeah, ArchfieldMonk having to go get keys is losing valuable time here as they're both in grind and go.
Yeah. What HP do you go on in this situation? Archfield is guaranteed to go on 97. Centroid might not be going on 97 because he doesn't have the Silver Shield.
At this point, you have to go on 97 and just hope that something bad doesn't happen. But okay, so Archfield got keys, returned, going to finish up getting the rainbow drop.
And Centroid caught up to 15. But remember, Centroid still needs to go get the staff, which is right next door, and then go back to the castle and get the rainbow drop also.
Centroid's going to get free medal here. And is going to bring the experience gap under 1,000 for the first time in a long time. Yeah, that HP is nowhere near there.
Oh, I wouldn't say Archfield's in a lead by a huge amount. Sharlock is potentially going to be really deadly. And Archfield is just a very little bit ahead with a little bit of experience lead.
Yeah, this Sharlock could equalize like crazy.
I think where Archfield's big advantage is right now is that Silver Shield, because he can start to avoid some of these nasty Sharlock enemies.
Centroid's MP is too low to return. So he's just going to have to walk it and...
Well, there's a town nearby, so you could just hop on over there and heal up.
Metal Slime had a bad day.
Yeah, they're guaranteed to one-shot Metal Slimes. That's pretty crazy right now. Hey, there you go. Centroid has a way to get back to the castle fast if he wants it.
But Centroid has decided that 255 experience is delicious.
I mean, it is pretty delicious. You can't not like that.
And we like Archfield is trying to find one of those metal slime heavy zones.
Yeah, he found one over there where the armor was because he killed a metal slime the moment he got the armor. So he is actually trying to farm metal slimes right now. You don't get to see that very often in a tournament race. But it might actually end up being slower than what you can do to the Armored Knight right now, considering you're guaranteed to stop spell him.
Because the main thing about these spike tiles is that you get an encounter every 2 steps, so just the rate of fights coming in can swing against an overworld spot, especially since Archfield is not fighting these metal slimes.
Yeah, I wonder if the metal slimes are like a zone down, like he had to go down a step or two. Because I think I remember it appearing on the south side of the desert, which might be a separate zone. Yeah, this seed has been all about defining zones. The starting zones, the red dragon zones. Like, this is definitely the story of the seed, or these weird zones they got stuck in.
And that little peninsula of power on the first continent that Archfield utilized for a bit.
Oh, he finds a metal slime finally. I mean, if he can get a fairly decent amount of them, it's going to be a very good grind.
It felt like they were coming in much faster over near Garenham. Because I know he was seeing a lot of them over there.
Well, Centroid gets his trip back to the castle taken care of. He's going to pick up his rainbow drop and finish his grind. We'll see what he does. He's probably going to go back to the AK since that's where he chose to grind.
Yeah, AK's not bad. You have the town nearby. You're right next to Sharlock. And
yeah, the zone that Archfield found earlier was just south of Sharlock in the desert. That is the zone that he found where all the metal slimes and the golems were at the same time.
a bunch of 255 experience. Even the golem dies pretty fast right now with this attack power. And we're talking about something that rolls up to 153 HP. I just know it's a big number.
Yeah, they have a lot of health. They're beefy.
Of course, up to any monster in the game can roll anywhere between its maximum HP to 75%, so... Archfield almost to 16.
Yep. Hey, Goldmen have Dragon Lord breath too. Just a little sidebar right there. I don't think we've seen enough Hurt More, Sleep, and Dragon Lord breath yet, so let's find some more random enemies that has it. But there's level 16. Do we get the health bomb that we need? 1010. I love it!
Well, that level was butt.
That level sums up this seed pretty nicely. It's bleh. Yeah, we got the health bomb that we as viewers need. Didn't quite get the health bomb as them as runners wanted.
Anyways, Archfield breaching the 5-digit experience total as Centroid completes the march back to Oxus, and we are going to see which grind is better.
Yep, and Centroid can stay here for a very long time. unless he gets really unlucky by, like, you know, Armored Knight attacking him in the first round. But
yeah, I mean, oh, and some dodges.
So he started this grind about 1,300 experience behind Archfield. So we'll see what happens. How many levels that they have to go to? Who knows? There are realistically 30 hit points away. And don't forget, their magic is only 76 right now. Now, that's not too bad, considering you only need, like, 3 more strength for 76 magic to be enough for them to do this. But, yeah, their magic and hit points are really low right now. You know, while they're grinding, why don't we take a second to give a small preview of what's to come, especially tomorrow, where we have a triple header of games coming up tomorrow. Starting at 6 p.m. in the evening will be Sparkover versus LA Jabrat. And then at 8:30 p.m., we have Ursine d'Azur versus Niamek, followed by a 10 o'clock evening race between Braxis Muse and One Fine Day. This week is Elimination Week, as most of the races, or all of them, should be elimination matches featuring people who have 1 loss, and the 2 losses takes them out of the tournament.
Yeah, I was just looking up something because speaking of the future, that Braxis and One Fine Day match, the winner of this match gets the winner of that match in order to not be eliminated.
Yep, this is a bonus bracket round 2 matchup. And Centroid is about to get the exciting news of level 17. I'm sure he will take about 13 seconds to cry, and then get back to the spirited grind that he was on.
Yeah, the good news about Archfield's grind is that he's beating every encounter in 1, maybe 2 hits. Centroid needs to stop spell and then swing 2 or 3 times, so just based on how long the combats are lasting, Archfield's ahead, but Centroid per kill, unless it's a Mel Slime for Archfield, is getting a lot more.
Yeah, the problem is Archfield might also take 50 steps before an encounter. That's one of the things that he might, you know, be stuck doing, and that's a long time. That's a kill for Centroid right there. I mean, right now, looking at the experience, it's still about 1,200. Oh, but Centroid took a death.
Yeah, that's brutal. It was a long walk to get back to Hawk's Nest.
Yeah, that's a very bad death.
And now you have to deal with Happy Fun Red Dragon Zone again. But yeah, that's kind of brutal considering that it's only a 25% chance at most that the Armor Knight's going to attack in the first place.
Yeah, it's even less if you deal enough damage for him to cast Heal more. So Centroid's making the walk of shame back to the grind spots. And Archfield is trucking along. He needs 12,000 to reach level 17, which, barring one of those mega levels, we're going to 18 at least. We need the Dynamax level. I mean, encounters.
Archfield is getting there. Goldman not going to do it though.
Yeah, finding the gold men kind of stink.
Oh, but just found a battle slime. That will be a bunch of experience. 1 kill is the level.
Yep, anything but that gold man should be a level in this zone because that gold man just doesn't like to give experience.
Meantime, Centroid taking a beatdown from the green dragon but survives.
Yep, and here comes level 17. Will we be saved by a glorious level? I spy a 2, 22, 1, and 5.
Oh, we found the agility.
He now damage breaks stone men with 100 defense power.
His health is really nice.
It's not nice. That's a bad number. At level 17. I'm at level like 14, it's kind of okay. Or 13 or less, but 17 is a bad number.
It could be level 30. That number is still nice in a mean way.
I'm pretty sure that we have to go chase down the creator if they have 69 health at level 30. Because there's an oopsie somewhere.
Okay, fine, level 29. And then you gain like 120 health on the... Or...
I mean, statistically, it's possible, but I think Archfield is done fighting those metal slimes. Either that or he's going to the other metal slime zone.
Anyways, because of that death, the experience lead's bloated to about 2,000 now.
Yep. But what is Archfield going to do now? Now that 100 defense is pretty interesting.
Oh, geez, Centroid.
Yeah, please don't die again, Centroid.
Yeah, Centroid's trying to push it on these grinds and almost got punished by a dodge into death, but survived with exactly 1 HP. Optimal HP.
Oh, he had plenty then. He wasn't in a hurry.
Level 18 is at 14,250.
So Archfield is catching up very soon on damage breaking and armored knight, which, hey, if you can stop spell them and damage break them, that is a grind you can stay on forever.
Yep, and yeah, interesting for Centroid, even with the large shield, subtract 10 from Archfield's defense, that's still 90. That's still defense broken werewolves, star wyverns, green dragons, and Dragon Lord 1 on just a large shield.
Still pretty good. It's just Archfield can also like repel away axe knights, stone men, blue dragons. he just has to worry about those red dragons, which kind of can be an issue.
Archfield breaking out the stop spell on the Gauntlet looks to be pretty effective, so...
So we got to see what Archfield is up to now.
Archfield is up to a nice nap.
He's grinding in that desert for a very long time. I think he needs a lot more than just a nap. He is checking out Sharlock. Maybe he's doing a dive and grind and expecting to gain 30 health at this next level.
Interesting. Nope, just top floor.
Well,
I guess,
yeah, there's only 3 enemies in here he doesn't damage break, so most of the enemies in here won't do much damage unless they have Dragon Lord Breath.
And hey, we could finally find the Axe Knight and Star Wyverns and see what kind of horrors await us. Right now, it just seems to be like blue dragons.
That's not so bad. They terrorized him early on. Blue dragons, golems. It's not a terrible thing to see right now.
Well, electing to stop spell the golems, that's a 255. Yeah, you might want to heal that.
Golems have punch. It's still very effective. I only rolled up 1/5 of the seed, okay? Don't blame me. 4/5 is on those two runners right there. Unfortunately, the bot that we normally use to help us roll seeds is kind of a little soggy right now under a hurricane, and we had to be more creative on how to figure out how to do the seed. And it was a team effort, and I gave my numbers. The other ones gave lots more numbers, so I only take 1/5 of the blame.
Yeah, Centroid closing in on the speed of 17, while Archfield's actually getting pretty close to 18. Ooh, Armor Knights.
Yeah, he might not know Armor Knight has heal more. Either that or he's hoping to just skip it altogether.
Or swing and hurt more strats.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have a lot of health sometimes.
Oh, but I think he's about to learn that they can easily be stop-spelled.
Yep, level 17 for Centroid. He can enjoy his massive agility gain and absolutely nothing else.
Yeah, there is a very tiny problem when you're level 17 and agility is your highest stat.
And that stat is 32 over your hit points.
And you're not even on strength agility. Anyways, this will be level 18 for ArchfieldMonk.
Yeah, here's hope. I think is going to get at least 10 or 15 hit points here. I have faith in that. It won't be enough, but it'll be inches closer to actually looking normal.
It'll be a start.
It'll be something, considering they've gotten 1 and 2 hit points every level for the last several levels.
Okay, show us the money.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, this is go mode.
Wait, no, that's the wrong... Yeah. That's level 18. That... He has to go with that. He has to go. You got to do that, even though that's 95 health.
Yeah, because even though you're at risk on a max roll breath, you have so many heal mores compared to your damage.
You only need about 9 heal mores to win. You need about 9 or 10 attacks or so to win. So he has a few to burn on bad damage rolls, but you have to go with these stats. And Centroid took a death to a red dragon.
Yeah, unfortunately, walking out to go heal up on 3 MP got red dragoned.
Well, let's just remember, red dragon is the great equalizer in here.
Of course, asterisks, you have to find them. And the problem is, these are a lot of stop-spellable hurt more enemies. The problem is, you don't want to waste MP stop-spelling, so suddenly they get to throw those at you, and it can sting a little bit.
Yeah, but the problem with this Sharlock dive is, even with their health, a back attack from a red dragon could just end you. And there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, as long as he keeps repel up, he's only going to see 3 enemies on the way down.
Yeah, and realizing his breakpoints, knowing he has plenty of MP to just raw cast repel. And we're on the second zone, which is looking so far like there's nothing here that actually wants to fight him.
Not on the first zone, or even the second zone right now. Yeah. There's an armor knight, but that's not really dangerous.
Yeah, as long as it's not the red dragon. That's all.
Yeah, literally the only thing that's terrifying is that red dragon. But we might not see a red dragon in Sharlock.
Final zone, we are in the U. And oh look, there's armor knights all over Sharlock.
Yeah, at least the armor knights are actually pretty tame, so not too weird. Oh, there are red dragons in the bottom zone.
Well, this bottom floor is horrifying.
102 agility generally means you're not terribly in terrible shape, because you got a good chance to run from them, but 102 agility also might as well be 13 agility some days.
Okay, Archfield's going to repel again, which will last all the way to the Dragon Lord.
And then the last guessing game is what's going to be on the trap tile. At this rate, it's going to be a red dragon. You know.
Oh,
it.
Centroid having red dragon troubles in Hogsness, but gets away.
Oh, there's a failed run, but the dragon didn't sleep lock him.
Only attacked for 17. Took that one in the chin just fine. And Spiketail is a blue dragon. That's the
wah, wah, wah. It's a whammy.
I mean, I think Archfield's going to disagree, but...
No, it's a whammy, okay? Trust me. It's a whammy. Reroll! Boo! Too forgiving!
Anyways, Archfield is onto the Dragon Lord and shall be declared a fool! Thou art a fool!
So he is damage breaking the first Dragon Lord fight, which means his melees won't hit for hard, but he barely ever melees. Dragon Lord 2, he's going to be hitting for 10 to 21 damage, but Dragon Lord can do up to 48 damage, and he only has 95 max. So he's got to hopefully avoid those max damage Dragon Lord breaths. And we'll see how this goes. He has between 150 and 165 health.
Anyways, we are into Dragon Lord 2, who will not ambush today and takes 20 to the face. Fire Breath for 44, that's perfectly fine to swing on.
Even 46 is good. You just don't want that 48. That 48 is enough to force you to have to heal again.
Well, 11's bad. That's his minimum. But right now, Dragon Lord not forcing the choice, so...
Yeah, he's giving him
just
some really generous fire breath rolls. Oh, there's the 48 after a melee, so...
Yeah, Archfield just free to tee off on this guy. Ooh, what's going to be here? Up, down to 5 health. Hope you get a good heal more here, which...
Not a perfect
enough.
heal more, but he didn't draft Dragon Breath, so... So he's looking pretty good. I think he's in good shape right now.
In the meantime, Centroid is about 1,000 experience from the level. Closer to 900. Fire Breath for 44.
Yeah, he's just not getting those 48s, and he's able to defeat the Dragon Lord.
Yep, 3 Hormores to spare, so... Dragon Lord not getting the big breaths and just... yeah. And get out your GGs. For Archfield has survived.
And finished with an official time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 50 seconds. Wow, almost butchered that one. 2:11:50 for Archfield. Continuing on the tournaments. Centroid says he is going to continue. He's just taking a quick break. Probably to kick a wall for a second.
Yeah, unfortunately, with this loss, Centroid is eliminated from the tournament.
Yep, and Archfield will be joining us for an interview in a minute. But yeah, Centroid might be going to his anger dome right now to tell whoever wants to listen about this seed. I mean, outside of that level 18, you know, there was a chance that this could have been a 3-hour seed.
But
I think the seed gave mercy to him at level 18.
I mean, we did get the hurt more fairly early, and once you got past the roadblock, It
Let's
wasn't
be
too
honest, an
horrible.
early hurt more meant nothing in this seed.
I wouldn't say that.
It literally meant nothing because they couldn't hurt more anything that mattered. they were stuck with like the upper lower tier enemies hurt mooring. That was the best that they could find and get. The concerned viewer would like us to ask a question to Ark. Yes, concerned viewer, we will ask your question. Looks like Centroid finished his screaming and is back to grinding. The good news is he doesn't have to grind too much longer because should be able to dive at 18.
Lorgon, I guess, doing a little stat peeking. And yeah, evidently after 18 it got quiet again.
Yeah, I guess level 17 was a little bit of a bone too, because all that agility made it so red dragons weren't as terrifying on the dive. I mean, if they were still at 80, 84 agility, that bottom floor could have been just a nightmare.
Yeah, and even, well, the entirety of Charlotte, because you had armor knights on every floor, as I just heard a beep.
Hello there, congratulations, ArchfieldMonk. Please tell us how you really feel about this seed.
Oh boy. You know, I don't think I've ever gone. I mean, that was pretty far into the seed where we didn't have 70 hit points. That's pretty ludicrous.
Yeah, the 69 health at level 17 was pretty generous, I would say. I think they could have done much worse. They're kind enough to give you 99 strength and 101 agility at that point, so the game was helping you a little bit. I mean, let you farm metal slimes.
I was like, if there's ever a time for a metal slime grind, it's going to be when you have like 64 hit points on level 14 or whatever it was, and 138 attack power.
Well, Centroid is he is doing an armored knight grind. He was a little bit behind you. Okay, well, he's about to die to a red dragon probably, but he was a little bit behind you for a while and took some bad deaths in the grind and just took another death trying to get back to the grind because red dragons are vicious. So yeah, how did you feel about those red dragons, huh?
Well, not great. I think I went into Charlock and I'm like, okay, this is basically a practice dive because I don't actually expect, if there's red dragons on any floor, I expect to get sent back at least once. And I didn't really get a good chance to test out Stop Spell in the overworld, so I didn't have a great sense. I think I landed maybe 2 of 3. So it was perhaps an okay strategy to try to do that. I had plenty of magic points at least on 18 that I thought I could spare them if I wanted to. And then when I got to the bottom floor, I'm just like, this is probably not a great idea, but I'm just going to make a break for it here. And I got pretty lucky, to be perfectly honest, in Charlock. I think I had a lot of first turn runs against the Reds, and the one time I did get stopped, I didn't get put to sleep. So that was fortuitous, to say the least.
Yeah, we never checked the stats for Red Dragon, but Armor Knight had 0 stop resistance.
Really? Okay. So I could have stop spelled them if I wanted to.
Yeah, I think this is what kind of pushing Centroid to this Armor Knight grind, because you stop spell him, you just hit him a few times. And
there's the tracker. Red Dragons had 216 stop spell resist.
Ooh, okay.
With the 75% sleep.
Yeah, so that would have been, and that doesn't, neither of those really reflect what I saw, but again, it was a really small sample size. I think I got fortunate not to see quite as many of them in the overworld, but at the same time, if I'd seen more of them, I'd probably know that they were, very susceptible to stop spell, so kind of a double-edged sword there, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think we ever saw the Golem stats, but they were looking pretty susceptible for their high hurt more chances.
Centroid now is farming metal slimes and just hit level 18. Be very happy to see level 18. Let's see if he goes ahead and dies, because he doesn't have a silver shield, but still has 91 defense. And yeah, Golem is 5 and 16 stop spell resist.
Yeah, not the worst.
So people in chat wanted us to bring this up with you. Did you do an early coordinate spot north of the castle to the second continent? Just so when you got the coordinates, you know exactly where to go. Mostly where to go.
Yes, and that part at least worked out great. Once I fully explored First Continent, which did not take long to do, of course, because it was tiny.
I don't know.
On my
it
next
took you all
death,
about 30 minutes to explore that tiny continent. Okay?
that's actually fair. But yeah, once I saw that Swamp Cave was the only other thing there, I went. The next death I took, I went straight north, and I'm like, I'm gonna check this out and just see. I'm gonna have a reference point, and I counted from right at that tip of that northern peninsula, and just kind of back pocketed that. And I thought, because if First Continent's that small, the coordinates are almost certainly on Second Continent, and I'd already seen the spike tile, which was that sleep DL2 Breath Red guarding Gwaelin. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going back there unless the stats really pick up, and of course they never did. So I wanted to use that as a hedge, and then as you probably noticed, I rolled into Caitlin and then counted really wrong. And that's actually because
forget the coordinates or write them down wrong.
I wrote them down, and I'm gonna have to go back and check. I don't even know what I did, but I wrote down 1 west 40. I wrote down 1 south 44 west. So I can only imagine that I looked at my timer or something, because it was 35 west when I went back and looked. But I thought this count is really good when I did it the first time, and when I did the grid search, I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense. So I decided to go back to Caitlin on the off chance that I got it wrong, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise I'd probably still be out there searching tiles randomly.
We saw you early on. You eyed that Sparkover Island just north of Swamp, and you're like, do I? And you're probably thinking there's red dragons. No, I don't. Man, this seed could have been a lot different if you would have checked that that spot when you saw it earlier.
It's my own fault.
Considering that the Grave and Caitlin were right there.
Well, that was the red dragon spot, so I thought I'll avoid this for the moment and go through the swamp instead. And found all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I'd hit Grave first, that would have saved me a lot of trouble with routing, because the harp was there, and of course the staff cave was way off in the south. And then yeah, so the routing worked out pretty badly, and then I did a couple dumb things. The coordinates thing was dumb, and then when I traded the harp, I intended to just take a death warp to go back and get the drop off the Armored Knights and Hoxus. I just said I'll run out of MP there and just be done with it. And then it all of a sudden dawned on me that I had used my last key, and I still needed one to get in there. So then I had to go back to Rimuldar. So there were a lot of errors there. I can't say I'm especially happy with the way I played that. I think the opening 45 minutes probably went okay, but after that I did with the coordinates and making that mistake with the keys, that cost me some time too. So I was a little surprised that I was still in it, to be honest.
I think the other thing we picked out was when you went to go get the silver shield, you walked right by the Staff of Rain cave to get the silver shield, and then walked all the way back to where Caitlin and the Grave were.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could have gambled. I had the money, and I thought, well, I could gamble. I basically know where Caitlin has to be at this point unless I mismapped something. But also, I just plain walked past Cole earlier in the seed, so I was a little skittish about that anyway. And I thought, if I try to take it up there and I get killed by a red dragon, then I have to reset for the money, and I have to go all the way back. So there was probably a silver in Caitlin too, but the way the seed was going, I'm just like, I really want the silver shield. So that would have worked out better too. I opted to kind of play it safe and go where I knew the shield was.
Well, I think what we were talking about is you actually had to walk right by the Staff of Rain cave to get to the shield and Garinham, but you never did it. You just walked by it, got the shield, and then walked all the way back to where Caitlin was. So later on, you had to walk all the way back and get the staff again. And,
yeah, that's true.
Centroid just died on the bottom of Charlock.
Yeah, so to reiterate, I got really lucky in Charlock, I think.
Yeah, those red dragons are terrible, and Centroid is not getting the coin flips right now. He has about 15 more deaths than you.
Oh wow! Is it just from overworld encounters, or was the opening tougher?
Bad luck. A lot of it's
Just
bad
a lot
luck.
of bad
He's been
luck,
destroyed by the red dragons.
That's a shame.
So yeah, let's rewind to the beginning where you opted to try the Zone 1 because you had saw that when Drakey... Centroid actually managed to poke into Zone 0 at the right time to scoop out 3 encounters, and that's how Centroid got the level 2. Did it ever dawn on you to maybe do that, or did you just like the swamp, not the swamp, the desert encounter more with that chance of the Drakey?
I didn't love any of it. It seemed like Zone 0 was anchored pretty squarely. Like, Tanager was in the very upper left part. I didn't see... Where was... So did he go around through the swamp with the herb, or what happened there that he was able to go to Zone 0?
He walked north-south right next to the castle and managed to get 3 encounters one space to the right of the castle.
Just in the tile to the right of the castle, yeah. I thought about that because it was pretty obvious, like, even, 45 seconds in, that zone... I mean, we were in just Zone 1 outside the castle, and of course, since there's only one tile to the south of it, I thought there could be Zone 0 enemies just one tile to the east here, but I'm never happy about walking grassland tiles, and once I saw the Drakey, I thought, you know what, we'll just stick with it. Thankfully, level 2 was good enough that I didn't have to worry about too much after that.
Yeah, it turns out you both got it around the same time. And then something I noticed you picked up that kind of got you going early was that little peninsula of power to the north of the roadblock swamp, where you were able to find like the Droll Magi and the Wolf Lord. That was a nice little pickup.
Yeah, I like that, and it, actually that exact phrase popped into my mind when I was doing it, Peninsula of Power, because of that spot in Final Fantasy where you've got that 4 tile square or whatever of late game stuff. So I was fortunate to see that early. When I saw the Druid Lord, I'm like, I'm coming back here if I get hurt more, and sure enough, we got it on whatever that was, 4 or 5. I'm like, I'm going to pick up some experience every time I go through there. But I thought the hit points will pick up, and then I can just explore, and then they didn't.
Anyway, Centroid on the dive again. Without the Silver Shield, is running into a few more monsters like Yale Dragon of Blue.
Yep, so coming up next week, you have the winner of Brax's Muse and One Fine Day. Any thoughts on potential matchup there? Going to give us a good sports cliche. We could use one of those right about now.
Hey, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm gonna do my best and leave it all on the field and just go all in and make sure that I'm out of sports cliches. I'm sorry.
Did pretty good. You got like 4 in there, so we'll call that acceptable. Right. You didn't quite give it 110%. I know you could have done better.
I missed that. Yeah. We need a cliche tracker on the
Obviously, you should have taken this one day at a time because you got to wait to see what's going to happen. It's going to be a great matchup between both of you. You have all the respect for him, and I can't say some of the sports cliches, or I should stay away from them, so I'll stop right there.
I mean, thank you, and
congrats, and staying alive in the tournament. And you have any final thoughts as Centroid tries to survive this bottom floor once again?
Not really, just crossing my fingers that Centroid gets through here. But I want to thank you both, Smashy and High Spirits, for calling this one, and then for Joyzel on the tracking, and CD for putting on the restream. I appreciate all of your hard work.
And can we clarify one thing while you're here, right?
Yes.
I am only 1/5 responsible for this seed, correct?
That is correct.
See, I am only 1/5 responsible. Okay? Archfield is 2/5. He's the more blame than I am.
Okay, but which 1/5?
Yeah,
well,
which one
considering
fifth?
I put the first two numbers, I probably should get most of the blame because the worst was the first fifth of the run. So Centroid found this whammy that is the spike tile on the bottom floor.
Well, it's not whammy for Centroid because Centroid only has the large shield and is thus
Please,
not.
everyone in chat was disappointed, okay? they were
Everyone in
Blue
chat
Dragon.
wanted the red dragon because
Well,
they're
here goes
evil like
Centroid.
that.
Yeah, we were just hoping the really cruel thing would have been the red dragon.
Anyways, here's a Dragon Lord. Centroid on a lot less MP, but once again, 143 attack power. That is a pretty solid damage range of 21 to 10.
11 to 21. Or 11 to, 21. I mean, still only got a couple of extra heal mores to use.
And we'll get
I
2
still got
attacks to
lucky
start.
at almost no 48s.
Yeah, 2 attacks to start. 1 big, 1 not as big. Oh, there's a maximum.
Yeah, but he's right now demolishing the Dragon Lord with those attacks.
Oh, there's a 48.
48.
Swings.
He's attacking on the 48.
And gets a
Oh.
46.
Oh, you don't need to take a risk yet. Oh, that was a bad heal more. He has to do 2 heal mores in a row.
Yep, double heal more. Would have lived if he's...
So in the end, it was a wash.
And an 11. Ugh. We're getting some extremes here. We're either hitting for 20 or hitting for like 10.
There's another 11.
Yeah, suddenly this is looking kinda... Oh, hey, there's something a bit closer to average.
Yeah, there's your middle of the road. You're good there.
Good to see those numbers still exist.
Still
back
looks
to
pretty good, though, because he only had to burn 1 extra heal more so far.
There is no way to target a healing spell onto the Dragon Lord.
And that's it. Centroid was able to defeat the Dragon Lord. GG.
Yep, and we shall soon get the official SRL time.
After he decides to go to the throne room and play king for a little bit.
Oh, he's gonna sneak attack this king. Sneak attack.
Yeah, going in for the kill. I mean, everything else got him. So that's a GG to Centroid, finishing second place with an official time of 2:31:19. So, Smashy, this was a seed. That's for sure. Looks like it was rolled and played.
Yep.
Probably wants to be forgotten by a lot of people.
I'm sure we will all have our fond memories of it, and it's ridiculous everything. Both good and bad for the runners.
He just had so many weird things from the very... You knew something was up when you saw the starting zones at the beginning.
Yeah, when you take...
You just knew there was something special to the seed with the way the starting zones were.
Yeah, it's pretty special when you take one step out of Tantagel and get diet womboed by a Warlock.
And then, like, the next zone right next to that is a high-level zone with golems and demon knights. And then the one little square to the bottom of the castle just happens to have the enemies you want to kill.
Don't forget, the Demon Knights had just outright wombo.
Yeah, the Demon Knights had wombo combo. There was a lot of breath, a lot of hurt more, a lot of sleep on this seed. The monsters were cruel.
Yeah, we saw tons of hurt. Or werewolves had Dragon Lord Breath. Goldman had Dragon Lord Breath. That's always kind of annoying because you almost never want to fight them.
Unless you're Game Boy, and then you want to fight them. Gotta get the gold.
I mean, I killed one in my race for key money.
Yeah, you get one. You know, you got to have the obligatory thing. Centroid, go ahead. Just let it out. Just tell us how you feel.
Hey, can you hear me at least?
Yep.
Nice. Well, the best part about that seed was getting to just one-shot metal slimes. I don't get to do that very often. So, like, I was pretty pumped when I was hitting metal slimes for 4 and 5 damage. That part was pretty fun.
Actually, when you were farming Armored Knights, he was farming metal slimes.
I was thinking about it. Like, I kept trying to like poke out into Hawksness every once in a while, but I just kept running into that red dragon, and I'm just like, nah, I'll just do the. But yeah, I know there was an area around. There were a couple areas where the metal slimes were, but yeah, I can see how that could be more efficient if it worked out.
Yeah, in fact, there was a metal slime zone just southwest of Garenham and Sharlock.
Huh.
I also had golems, which were somewhat susceptible to stop spell with a 75% hurt more, which could have been an option.
True, yeah. There were other options. I just felt like that Armor Knight was a decent groove to get into. I don't know. It's all about getting into a rhythm and like DPS, so to speak, with that, experience points. The other thing too is like once you settle into a grind, it's kind of hard to talk yourself out of it, because you're like, I could go explore and figure some other stuff out, but it's like, what if that doesn't work? And then, I see Archfield also went at 18.
Yep.
Totally surprised. that there was a lot of garbage levels, but of course when that happens, you always get some amazingly big levels too. But yeah, level 17 was like the dagger. It was like 1100.
Well, that was 16. 17 gave
16.
you 22 agility.
Yeah.
There was 3 levels, like level 2, which was like 23 strength. And then like level 17, which was 22 agility, and then level 18, which had 22s for MP and HP. That's like everything else was 1s, 0s, and 2s.
There was that one level that had something absurd like 32 strength and 16 agility, which...
Oh yeah, there was level 13 13 that had 32 strength in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the level that with the Erdrick
For a
sword,
minute when it
that's
happened.
when the metal slime started crying.
Yeah, I stared at the screen in disbelief multiple times during the seed. Yeah, I think this was a good example of like, some teachable moments though, for sure. Like the beginning of the seed was kind of tough. Like you were on an island and you had to get off it, and like their 2 choices were, do I keep pushing to get out or grind, to get more hit points, which were terrible for most of the seed. And I don't know. I really feel like sitting at home and grinding for a couple levels was the best play. Even all the way up to like 8. I didn't even leave until I was at level 8. But then like the exploration, I think, is kind of what lost me the race. Maybe it's because like there were a lot of directions to go once you got on that second continent, and it was like all the good stuff was just 1 to 2 screens away. But I took a lot of excursions, like I took some long excursions off the beaten path, and like Cantlin was right there. I guess like, what was it? Cole was right there. I missed a lot of stuff just by, trying to go down the rabbit hole, I guess. But other than that, it was it was pretty fun. I enjoy seeds like this.
Yeah, it was interesting. It The starting zone was really weird because you had like one square that you could farm enemies on, and you had some higher level enemies to the north, and it was a tough start. You had to go through a giant swamp with no health in order to just get greeted by red dragons with a wombo combo, and more swamp. And the key to everything for both of you was north. After going through the swamp, where the red dragons were, so you could find the way to the armor and to the silver harp that you needed, hiding just there. But none of you wanted to go and check it because the red dragons.
Exactly. Yeah. I will say this is the first time I've ever done any sort of like, what do you call it, modified count. Like this was the first time I've tried to like take my coordinate count across the water. So
yeah, you found a nice little spot south of the castle where you could find where Rimildar was and just go from there.
I just had no idea when that red dragon in the swamp cave was going to be available, and I don't think it would have been viable until late in the seed. At which point, like I don't know, there were a lot of things I found mid to late game that I wish I would have found a lot earlier.
Like the armor,
like the armor, yeah.
Like literally everything had hurt more. It had wombo combo, heal more, hurt more, or sleep. It's just like everything had it. You didn't even see all of the enemies that had it. It's just like Archfield grinding at the end. Oh, suddenly Goldmen have Dragonlord breath. You know, it's just like it just kept piling on.
There were more. I'm sorry. GG's Archfield. That was a interesting seed. But
yeah, GG to you as well. That really was. To be honest, I didn't mind it that much. Whenever things kind of go upside down like that, and you get really weird outlier stat stuff, I actually kind of like that. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so cool. Centroid, that's it for you in the tournament.
Yep.
You reached your second loss. Any thoughts on the tournament or on the seed tonight as we start to wrap things up here?
I mean, I just want to say thanks to all the Restream team, Restreamer, commentary, trackers. Thank you so much. And now that I'm out, I guess there's just more time for me to track and do whatever. Try not to be terrible at commentary, I guess, and just support all the other runners. It's a great community, and I like watching everybody play. It's great.
Yes, and we're glad to have you and your tracking and occasionally your commentaries. No, yeah,
but this bracket is kind of exciting. Like I know it sucks, like losing 0-2 and I'm done, but like I don't know, like every game seems to be more high stakes. It's exciting, and I think this bracket is just going to be phenomenal to watch unfold. So
yes, this year we switched to double elimination, which is what we originally used to do back in the day after doing the Swiss rounds and stuff. We wanted to go back a little bit and do something different. But yeah, so thank you very much to ArchfieldMonk. Congratulations for winning and moving on, and Centroid. And that's going to be it for us tonight. As you can tell, I'm kind of solo here. My co-commentator Smashy needed to get to bed, so we let him run, and I went ahead and finished things up here. But that's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to send you over to Speed Gaming, which has the thrilling conclusion, I believe, of another race. So I will hurry up and get you over there so you can all see the ending of the race. Thank you very much for the Restreamer, CD Improv, and our tracker, NYC Guy, and Smashy, my co-commentary, and our runners, and of course me, High Spirits. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you tomorrow for 3 more Randomizer games.